everyone, and welcome to another episode of me desperately trying to get the glare off the camera so I can actually see what I'm doing. Bit of a weird setup now. How am I going to show you this? I might not be able to, but let me just try and... Can we do this? I've got my mic on a snake stand, so it's more or less hands-free. Pop that back there. Good. That's a little bit of the curtain drawn back, the bit more of the mystery revealed of how I do things. Great. It's still not the ideal situation. This low winter sun absolutely kills making videos for me because I can't see what I'm doing really. Anyhow, like I said previously, welcome to another episode. This one I'm shooting on Sunday, as tends to be the norm. It looks like my Saturdays are just scratched. Can't seem to get a video out on Saturdays, so Sundays much better, providing all the conditions are right and I have a literally half an hour spare so I can bring something to you lovely people. I'm going to show you 5 Allen Class today, all Sinister Tales and all from the lovely lady that I bought a load from. I mean, look at those, look at the spines on those. As you can tell, there's no writing on the spines, so you know before I even show you the numbers that they're later issues. But the quality of these is superb. Absolutely bang on. I always hesitate to say mint because nothing is truly mint. It's near mint. But they're great. So let me kick off with Sinister Tales number 174 with a lovely sort of Atom Age cover for you. And I just absolutely love this bit here. Yes, you guessed it, the hooded one is back. Now, I'm presuming that inside there's going to be no Silver Age capes and cowls. I think Allen Class lost the license to present those in their comics at this time point. But we may see some Atlas stuff reprinted. We'll definitely see some Charlton stuff. Let me have a little look through and see what we can find. Yeah, it all looks completely like Charlton to me at the moment, to be honest. Very nice, but not sure the paper that Allen Class used did the line work and inking justice, to be honest. It kinds of, all that lovely fine details sort of faded into the newsprint, which is a shame, really. No Marvel Tales, no Atlas Tales, he says. Do you see what I mean about the ink, or rather the paper blotting up the ink which they used? That should really be solid black. But it's kind of like some parts have made it on one plane and some parts didn't make it to the paper. Which is a shame really, because it doesn't show the art to its best. So yeah, I think at this point in time, I think Allen Class were floundering a bit in the waters. Just show you that though. Nice bit of artwork there, very minimalist. Not bad, and let's face it, you know, back when I think these were printed, which would have been the early 80s, I should think, 20p. That's still a hefty pocket money sum back then. So yeah, I would really strongly suggest Allen Class were struggling at this point in time. Still, that's a great cover, isn't it? Really like that cover. Moving on to Sinister Tales number 177, just a couple of months down the line. And Mandrake is on the cover of this one. Beautiful. And in the back of the book, ooh, I don't know, that looks very nice. It looks a lot like Steve Ditko's artwork from the get-go. The Little Lost Planet. I have no idea where that comes from. But it's only like a splash page and a 1, 2, 3 page story. That's it. That's very nice. Onto the main Mandrake store. Look at that artwork. That's beautiful. Paper notwithstanding, but the artwork, that's just beautiful. What I would love to have a splash page of that hanging up on my wall. Beautiful. You got the Phantom in here as well, and then some random stuff. A caveman named Smith. I'm wondering at this time, apart from Alan Class losing the Silver Age Marvel stuff, I wonder if they've lost the Atom Age. Late Golden Age Atlas stuff, because I'm not seeing anything here that is telling me that it's got anything to do with Atlas at all. Because normally you have like a little banner in there saying Tales to Marvel at. I'm trying to think of a few more. There are. They didn't do an obvious Tales of Suspense little logo banner in there, but they did do like another Journey into Mystery, which is like pre-Thor, and those aren't in these books at all. There's no Atlas stuff, no Marvel stuff. It seems to be all other companies, and at 20p for a rather thin comic back in the early 80s. I don't know. You can tell they were struggling. Moving on to... this is a lovely cover. The very next month, Sinister Tales number 178. I think I've shown you this cover before on either the same title, but a much earlier issue, or on another Alan Class title. That's great. Always been a favourite. Great perspective. With him like just dropping into the car there. Right, start from the back. What have we got? Definitely Charlton. I mean, I will only show you the contents if I think they're going to make you go wow, like they made me go wow. So, at the moment, nothing to make us go wow. But I must admit, I bought these books from this lovely lady for not a lot of money, and the condition is superb. It's a privilege to have these in my collection. That's nice. Dynamo Wanted, Leonard Brown, codename Dynamo. Or is it Dynamo? A bit like Magneto and Magneto. Suspicion of treason. Lovely. Right, what else? What else have we got? Ah, look at that. We do have some early Atlas stuff. Remember what I said a few minutes ago? A tale to marvel at. That's how you could tell. of detail. Really nice. Really, really nice. I think... yeah, the rest is Charlton. So, looks like Alan Class hadn't quite lost the rights to publish Atlas stuff yet. So, that's good news. It's certainly becoming lesser and lesser. Moving on to the very next month, I think, issue number 179 of Sinister Tales. Pretty sure I've seen this cover a few times as well. But the condition of these issues, superb. I'm guessing the previous owner, can't say it was the lady I bought it from, may have been her son, may have been her brother, I don't know, or it could have been her, I have no idea. I think basically read once and then just forgotten about, stored away extremely carefully. It's not often you see comics in this sort of quality. Yeah. All Charlton. Oh dear me. That is certainly a lot of black ink used on that particular page. But at least the newsprint has soaked it all up evenly. Raven battles Maven, the poet. Okay. Yep. If I was... how old would I have been in 1980 odd? Mid-teens, I guess? Well, if I was younger than mid-teen, let's say back then, I had a certain amount of pocket money. If the cover didn't grab me, I think this would be a hard sell for me, to be honest. To be fair, with these stories being at this time decades old anyway, and very rarely published anywhere else, I'd have thought, it would have been an intriguing look for me. So if I picked up off the newsagent's top shelf, wouldn't move the top shelf, they held other kinds of magazines on the top shelf. If this was on a shelf that I could reach, let's say, it may have grabbed me, because it's a totally different style to the 80s. Absolutely. I guess it would have been a good gateway drug to get the young kids into reading comics in general, and earlier issues specifically, different times, you know? So, yes. Not bad. But I think the glory days of Alan Class at this point in time were gone, or absolutely on an ebb. The end is nigh. And unbelievably, today has kind of rushed through. I'm now on the last one to show you. And it is 2 months later, Sinister Tales number 181, with a typical 3-panel front cover. Always love those. I love the way they're composed. Very nice. Always turn to the back page. The Curse of Abadjani. Okay. Yeah, that isn't that just typical sort of this particular age. Johnny Adventure, The Tigers of Assam. When I accepted the invitation of the Maharaj of Rajipur to spend a few days in his domain, I thought I was going to enjoy a calm and uneventful rest, and the company of an old friend's daughter, Paula Randolph. I see. Little did I know that because of the greed and the cruelty of one man, I would have to hunt and be hunted by the Tigers of Assam. Yeah, pretty standard fare. There we go. This is nice to see. One of the strangest tales ever told. So you can guarantee that this story, both of me, came from Strange Tales. Love that sort of thing. And yet again there's this story which I see sprinkled throughout Alan Class comics. The Heritage. This is the Stone Age Men sort of issue. The storyline, sorry. Reprinted and reprinted and reprinted. But at least, you know, it is Steve Ditko. You can just about see the credits at the bottom there. Yeah. Still, whoever this artist was, let me see if I can find out who. Nope, can't tell. Artists have been etched out, which may have been a ploy for Alan to not make it. It may have been a decision made by Alan of crossing the artists and the writers' names out so that he didn't have to pay them. I'm stretching a bit there, but I was going to say if I could find the artist's name, that he certainly knew how to draw beautiful women. Lovely. Oh, look at that. I mean, is that a big John B. art which we're looking at here? Lovely. And that, my dear friends, wraps it up for this week. Hope you've enjoyed what I've shown you, even though they're later issues, all from one title. I will do my very best to bring you another showing next week. But for now, that wraps it up. I have got a day ahead of me where all I'm going to be doing is reading comics. Possibly listening to music. Possibly The Damned. Who knows? Anyway, have a great week ahead. Everyone stay safe. Enjoy now that the weather's lifting a bit and it's starting to feel a bit like spring. All we need now is to get rid of that low winter sun so I can actually see things. Can't see a damn thing. Right, take care. I am out of here.